Hello, coffee connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I'm your host, the Coffee Snob, and today I am extremely excited to be reviewing Strawberries and Cream by Coffee Brand Coffee. Let's go! So if you're new around these parts, first of all, let me say welcome and thank you for joining me. I appreciate you giving my channel a chance. Second of all, allow me to say what we do around here is coffee reviews, and how we started out is we acquire the coffee, we open it up, we give it a smell because I love smelling coffee. Then we brew it, we smell it, taste it, unsweetened first. Then we go and put sugar in it. Then we taste it again, we smell it again, we talk about it, we say our goodbyes, we roll the bloopers. Just sitting here recording the introduction, I can smell this coffee through the vent holes in the bag. And I literally cannot wait to rip this thing open and smell it. Or brew it, or taste it. I actually can't wait to taste this one with sugar. We've been doing a lot of those lately that I've been wanting to taste with sugar. I simply cannot stand it any longer, and we have to open this bag of coffee and we have to smell it right now, immediately. Let's go. I love these resealable bags. I love these bags. Alright, let's go. Smell test. I can already smell it. It's getting stronger the more I mess with the bag. I can just... That is an incredible smell. That is an absolutely just... The first smell that I got, okay, the first time that I smelled the coffee, I actually got more of a coffee scent than I was expecting to. The second smell, however, I definitely got the strawberries and cream. And it was delightful. Absolutely delightful, which is exactly what I was expecting and exactly what I was expecting it to smell like. And all three scents combined on the third smell just makes me absolutely excited to try this coffee. Like, I just can't wait. But out of curiosity, pure curiosity, especially since this is kind of a more wild flavor for coffee in my opinion, I want to try something that I've yet to do on this channel. Got a coffee bean? Okay. That's interesting. So the bean is not as sweet as I expected it to be. I almost kind of expected the bean to taste similar to a piece of hard candy when I tasted it. However, it did have a very definite sweetness, so I believe that this is going to be a decent cup of coffee black without any kind of sweetener, but I think this coffee is really going to come to life when we put sugar in it and sweeten it up. I'm going to theorize that I'm probably going to enjoy this coffee better sweetened than not, and I feel like this is going to be a mild to a moderate kind of dessert coffee, if you will. Something that you would drink socially after dinner or alongside of a dessert. I feel like a dessert is going to complement this coffee very much, and I feel like this coffee would also complement a dessert as well. That's just a theory. The only way to find out if we're correct is that we gotta brew it. So, what do you say we go brew it? While we wait for the coffee to brew, let's talk about Coffee Brand Coffee a little bit. First and foremost, they sent me this sticker. So, big shout out and thank you to Coffee Brand Coffee for fueling my sticker addiction as well as my caffeine addiction. Thank you very much. Secondly, there was a little thank you note inside of the package that also came with my coffee. And it reads, "On behalf of myself and everyone at Coffee Brand Coffee, we would like to thank you for being an awesome customer. We value the trust that you've put in our product and would like to thank you. To show our appreciation, here's a 10% discount on your next order using this code. Jeremy Hambley, founder at Coffee Brand Coffee." And for those of you who don't know, Jeremy is a YouTuber and he runs the channel called The Quartering. Something about Coffee Brand Coffee that I personally like is after they receive your order, they send you a confirmation email in the form of a thank you letter. Afterwards, you continue to get updates. I got an email the moment that my coffee shipped out. I got an email the morning that the coffee was going to be out for delivery, and I also got an email when the coffee was confirmed delivered. And that's something that I really liked about Coffee Brand Coffee is I like how they update you every step of the way where your product is, what it's doing. I also appreciate the amount of appreciation that is shown when you simply just place an order with this company. Not many companies go out of their way to do that, and that really kind of sells it for me. This is not my first experience with Coffee Brand Coffee, and this is why I have so much high hopes for this coffee right here, the strawberries and cream, is because I have tried a lot of their coffee long before I ever started doing this channel. And in time, I do hope to try more of their coffee and actually review it on the channel, but I also don't just want to stick to one brand of coffee. That was the whole idea behind starting this channel, was to try different smaller coffee companies and their coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee also offers cold brew coffee as well as teas and cocos. My coffee senses are tingling. That tells me the coffee is almost ready. Let's go check it out. So we're back, and this is the first taste unsweetened. Let's go. Cheers, guys. It does not smell how I expected it to smell in coffee form, okay? And that's kind of tripping me up a little bit. It smells amazing, don't get me wrong, but it does not smell like the strawberries and cream that it smelled like in the bag. Now it definitely has more of a coffee scent. It's very interesting. So, there's no bitterness or acidity to this coffee at all whatsoever. So I'm not really surprised that there's no bitter taste to this or any kind of acidity because I don't really get a whole lot of that with Coffee Brand Coffee specifically. I'm a little bit more surprised at how much it just tastes like coffee without any kind of sugar in it. It just tastes like coffee. Like a really good, light to medium, I would say probably more of a medium roast coffee. Now I'm really, really curious as to what the sugar is going to do. I feel like I said earlier in the video, I feel like once we put the sugar in this, it's going to make it come alive. But I'm really curious as to how potent the sugar is going to make the strawberry and cream taste come out. I actually really do enjoy this coffee without any sugar in it. I'm not gonna lie. It's not too bold of a coffee. It's also not too weak of a coffee to where it feels and tastes like you're just drinking hot water. But I'm really not getting like a sweet taste or an aftertaste from it. So like I'm beyond curious what the sugar is going to do. But I really do enjoy this coffee unsweetened. It's a good cup of coffee. But alas, my friends, curiosity has gotten the best of the coffee snob. So let's go put some sugar in this and let's see what it tastes like, shall we? We are back, and this is taste number 2, and we have 2 spoonfuls of sugar in this cup of coffee that contains this coffee. So normally speaking, I prefer my coffee black with no sugar. So in my opinion, usually, not all the time, but usually you can take your sugar and that's what you can do with it. But I'm really curious to see what the sugar is going to do for this coffee. So without further ado, cheers, guys. It smells the same. If anything, it's a slightly more mild scent. Wow. Wow, that's a whole different coffee. Wow. My gosh. So, okay, I need to get my thoughts out on this right now. It's very mild. It's very mild in the best possible way. It's mild in the sense of a good strawberry shortcake is very mild and light, but also very sweet and refreshing as a dessert, which is why I typically like strawberry shortcake in the summer months when it is hotter. I don't really like a whole lot of heavy stuff on my stomach when it's hot. This is light in the same sense that a strawberry shortcake is light. It is definitely sweet. The coffee has a whole new volume, it has a whole new body to it, it has a whole new flavor, but it does so without being the dessert itself. This would be a wonderful cup of coffee to accompany a dessert. But with even 2 spoonfuls of sugar in this coffee, it does not make it so sweet or so powerful that it itself could potentially replace the dessert that I would highly recommend you accompany with this coffee. I think my favorite thing about this coffee is that it manages to be sweet and it manages to have a strawberries and cream hint of a strawberries and cream flavor when sweetened, but it manages to do so without sacrificing its coffee flavor. So sometimes I get a lot of flack from my friends, my like more coffee drinking friends, that they're like, dude, like, I like my coffee to taste like coffee. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously, so do I. But I also enjoy trying these kind of more strange flavors for the YouTube channel. But this is a really good cup of coffee, and this is a really good cup of flavored coffee, and it manages to still taste like coffee, and I admire, appreciate, and respect that. All in all, I would have to say that the Strawberries and Cream by Coffee Brand Coffee is an amazing coffee. Not only that, it is one of the few coffees that I can say that I either like as much sweetened as I do unsweetened, or may have a slight preference towards the sweetened side versus the unsweetened side. And to be totally honest with you guys, I think this is definitely up in the top 5. But guys, unfortunately, that's all the time that I have today for coffee reviews. Thank you a latte for watching. I cannot espresso how much it means to me. How do you take your coffee? Have you ever had Coffee Brand Coffee? If so, what kind of coffee from Coffee Brand Coffee have you had? Let me know that in the comments section. If there's any kind of coffee that you want me to try, let me know that in the comment section as well. I've been getting a lot of referrals from friends in other places, so we definitely have more videos planned. At this point, I think I have more plans than I have time available, and quite possibly funds in the bank. But everything in moderation. That's why we do 2 videos a month. That way we don't totally break the bank on coffee, even though I would in a heartbeat if I could. If you would like to check out Coffee Brand Coffee, I will have a link to their website in the description of this video. Hopefully I see you all on the next one, but until then, please know that you are appreciated, take care of yourself, and remember, anytime is a good time for coffee. Peace out, guys. I absolutely adore the resealable coffee bags. While we wait for the coffee to brew, I need to get the bag. I also got a coffee. No, I didn't get a coffee. I got an email. And that's something that I really liked about that The bag did not want to stand up. 10 points from Gryffindor. You don't really understand. I'm on a whole new level. Coffee is a part of my daily grind. Boop. And to all of the people out there that watch my videos, I just want to say 1, thank you, and 2, for everything that I brew for you. Coffee beans or baked beans, change my mind. Hello, coffee connoisseurs. Welcome to another episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I just took a DNA test. Turns out I am 100% a coffee snob. So I totally missed a huge spot right here when I was shaving for this video, and everybody gets to learn the epitome of my laziness because, oh well. Hey, wait a second. This isn't my timeline. What am I doing here? Coffee Brain Coffee, the #1 choice of coffee and all the coolest cats.